To have you both on. Mike, Chutkan and Washington, D.C. combined, this is already just filthy.
Yeah, we have this Democrat prosecutor, Jack Smith, who has been unanimously overturned by the Supreme Court for his political prosecution of former Virginia Bob McDonnell, a likely Republican presidential or vice presidential candidate. We have this Judge Tanya Chutkan. Both her and her husband were appointed to the federal bench in D.C. I can't think of another instance where a couple has been appointed like that by the same president. And like you said, she has been the harshest sentencer of January 6 defendants, going above even what the Biden Justice Department is recommending. And oh, by the way, she didn't think that the BLM riots that were a lot more deadly and cost more money were that big of a deal.
Yeah. Hogan, fathom, if you will, we go to a case here with Hunter Biden and all this corruption evidence comes out, and you have a judge that says, it's astonishing to me that Joe Biden is somehow still free in this country. And then a year or two later, that judge is supposed to preside over Joe Biden's trial. Can you imagine what the reaction to that would be in this country?
Oh, the left would lose their minds. The media would go crazy and say it was biased, it was unfair, they couldn't receive a fair trial. Look, this is the same thing for Trump, and I'm going to side with someone that you have on your program a lot, Alan Dershowitz. Yeah. He's worried about the venue in a lot of these cases. This is one of them. D.C., as you point out, voted 92-5 for Joe Biden. Fulton County, Georgia is a problem. New York, obviously a problem for Trump as well. So the Democrats have been really smart here, really calculated and coordinated. This judge didn't just donate to the Obamas. She actually worked with Hunter, for that matter, at the law firm. So these people have a long storied history of Democrat politics, not just impartiality. So it's a real problem. And the more we talk about it, the more it's going to expose, and the more the American people, 77% of whom already think this is politically motivated, are going to have that confirmed.
Yeah, it's only going to get worse. And it seems like they don't really care. I can't believe they don't care about the optics of this because it's so bad, but that's how desperate they are to get this job done.
Well,
they're willing to give up a lot of credibility to do this.
They're on the same team. They don't care.
Yeah, you're right about that. I want to talk about this debate that's coming up tonight. Mike Davis, what do you anticipate seeing at a debate without Donald Trump for the Republican nomination?
Well, I think tonight's going to be a very interesting vice presidential debate. I think Donald Trump can sit back and watch it and decide if any of these people would make good VP picks. Maybe someone he considers someone who's not debating tonight. Maybe my home state governor, Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds might be a good pick. There are many others, but it's going to be a very interesting vice presidential debate.
Hogan, your thoughts?
Look, these debates are about creating moments. The real question is, once you create that moment, can you turn that into momentum and eventually a movement? Never forget, Kamala Harris had a good moment in a Democrat debate where she called Joe Biden a segregationist and a sex criminal.
Never
she had
forget that one.
T-shirts ready to go, but she couldn't even make it to the first vote. So she was out of the thing before they even got to a primary. So the question becomes, who can introduce themselves to the American people tonight, make the case, and eventually climb that rung on the ladder to get closer and closer to Trump? But it's tough to do when that ladder has 50 rungs that separates the next closest guy to Donald Trump.
That is tough. And then Joe Biden had to give the VP to Kamala Harris. His wife still hates her. He still hates her, and we all know it. It's the funniest thing in the world. Hogan, Mike, good to see you both. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Got to get serious here for a second. Former President Trump expected to surrender and be booked at Fulton